Welcome back to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Phan. In this segment, I am going to show you how to make acai bowls. Now, this is one of those things that you can get at any juice bar and buy a bowl and have a ton of fruits and everything on it, but it's something that you can make so easily at home and customize it to the way that you want and so much cheaper. And I'm going to show you how to make homemade granola. So everything is pretty much homemade and custom tailored to the way that you like it. And granola is so easy to make at home. So I'll show you how to do that. And then after the granola is done baking and it's cooled, I'll show you how to make the acai bowl and how to top it and so forth. And once you see how easy it is, I don't know if you would ever go outside and buy it again. I mean, for convenience, yes, but it's actually very simple. So I'll show you how to do that. So granola is something that you can alter to. Granola is something that you can change and add things that you like or don't like. A lot of the recipes for granola, you can switch out things, like if it calls for cashews and you don't have cashews and you don't even like cashews, you can add different things. So that's the beauty of granola. You can just do whatever you want that you like so that it's perfectly the way you enjoy it. So for this recipe, you'll need 3 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. Now the old-fashioned one, the oats are a little bit bigger. They're not like the thin ones or cut smaller so that it cooks quicker. So this one is 3 cups of that. I have about a half of a cup of raisins and cranberries because I like that, but you don't have to add that if you don't like that. I have 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened coconut flakes. You can add sweetened if you like, but I like to have a granola that's not too sweet, so I use the unsweetened variety. And then I have here also half a cup to about a cup of sunflower seeds, raw. And then I also have 1 cup of slivered almonds, because I love almonds. And this is about half a cup of hemp seeds. So this is something that I guess you could say is hippie, or it's really good for you because we have oats, we have hemp seeds, almonds, sunflower seeds. You can't really go wrong. And then to that, I have here, this is a 1/4 cup of sugar, brown sugar, and then a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and then also a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And just to finish it off, you have 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So you have a little salty and a little sweet. And all you do is put it all together. Let me show you how to do it. You get 2 bowls. And you want to preheat your oven to 200 degrees and get that going. And line your, you want to preheat your oven to 200 degrees. You want to preheat your oven to, okay. First you will, do I need a clap? No? Okay. First, make sure you preheat your oven to 200 degrees and line your baking pans. Okay. First, make sure you, First, you want to turn your oven on to 200 degrees and then line your baking sheets. You need 2 of them. And then what you will do is you will combine in a smaller bowl your maple syrup. You're good? 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And if you don't want to use maple syrup, you can also substitute that for agave nectar or honey. A 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And again, you can also substitute and try maybe coconut oil if that's something you like instead. And then 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And just mix that together. Okay, and you set that aside. Simple, right? Not too hard. Didn't lose you yet. Okay, so in a bigger bowl, you will combine your oats. This is 3 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. Your coconut flakes. Your almonds. This is in no particular order, so whatever your heart desires. I have here sunflower seeds. And some people would say that granola is like bird food, and you can see why, because it looks like all these seeds, but you know, you could use this every now and then. This makes for a great like trail mix. You can bring it on to hiking. Hemp seeds. You can also add chia seeds if you like that as well. This is your personal granola, so you can do whatever your heart desires. And you mix this 1/4 cup of brown sugar in here as well. And you will mix this all up together. Just combine it. Now, of course, you can buy granola in the store, but why buy it when you can make it? It's so incredibly simple. No preservatives or anything like that. Let's give it a good mix. And you will not add your raisins or craisins, whatever it is that you like, until the very end, so that doesn't need to go in the oven. And then now you take the mixture of the maple syrup and the vegetable oil and salt and combine it together. And then you pour it over this mixture. Okay. And then you mix. And the maple syrup and the oil obviously acts kind of like a binding agent so that they're not just completely flaky. Yum. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all it takes to make granola. It's obviously something you could have your kids help you with. Nothing too hard here. And then what we'll do is we'll spread it onto the pan. Let me bring those pans over. We'll put it in the oven and we'll bake it for about an hour till they get kind of slightly brown. We'll take it out. So I have lined it with parchment paper. This one is a Silpat or silicone baking mat. And are you good? Okay. Just put it out. I actually find that a lot of the granola in the store is just incredibly sweet, and I like this better just because you can modify the sweetness, obviously, of how much you can handle sweetness-wise. And out. That's it. And you're pretty much a certified hippie now. So you've made your own granola. Congratulations. So we'll put this in the oven for about an hour or so. Just kind of keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't burn. Let it brown. And then we'll take it out and then we'll add the raisins or the craisins if it's something you like. So let's do that and then we'll take it out in an hour or so. Hi, welcome to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Phan. Today I'm going to show you how to make a favorite snack food that I'm sure every one of you have had before, and I don't know anybody who doesn't like it, which is popcorn chicken. I have a funny story to tell you is that when I first moved out here to California, I had never had popcorn chicken before, and I went to all the boba shops and I had popcorn chicken and boba twice a week, and I gained 20 pounds in the first year I was here. And I came home and mom was like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? And I was like, oh my gosh, I think it's the popcorn chicken. So it's something I really love, and actually it's a simple dish to make at home. So I'll show you how to do it. It just takes some chicken breast or chicken thighs, depending if you like the white meat or the dark meat. Here today we'll do a mix of both, and it takes some simple seasoning. It takes some mirin or rice wine, some soy sauce, cayenne or chili powder to make it spicy, depending on if you like it spicy or not, and then 5 spice powder, and also some garlic powder, salt, basil, and cornstarch. Now there are recipes where you can either use sweet potato starch and egg whites, but this recipe has less breading on it than the other ones, which I personally like more, but I know some people like it to be super crispy and a lot of breading, but this one to me is a more traditional style, and it has less breading on it, so that's the kind I like, but there are different variations of it that you could do, but you get the simple gist of it, and you can modify it to how you really like it. So I'll show you how to make it. First we'll take 2 chicken breasts and cut it up into strips or little bite-sized pieces. And I have a mixture of thighs and meat, thighs and breast. And obviously with the, let's do it this way. With popcorn chicken, it's you want bite-sized pieces, so you don't want to make them too big. So I mean, I have a very fond affinity for popcorn chicken, but I don't make it all the time because it would be dangerous for me, as you can tell, because I did gain 20 pounds the first year I was here. So I have to be very careful. But it's another one of those things that if you can make it at home, why not? So you can either, I've seen it done both ways. You could do it in chunks if you like the chunks, or you can do it in just little pieces. Whatever floats your boat, I think it will work in here. And obviously I think dark meat is tastier. It holds on to the flavor a little bit more than the white meat, but some people are more drawn to the white meat, so a mix never hurt anybody. So this recipe is for 2 chicken breasts or 2 thighs, but I doubled the recipe just so we can have it in abundance and enjoy it. And also you will need Thai basil at the end. I actually love that addition where they fry the basil with it. It adds a nice flavor component to it, very fragrant. I'll cut off the fat here. Well, at least we don't have boba here, so then I will only gain 10 pounds instead of 20, so. But personally, I do like these recipes where I can do it myself. Obviously, it's more convenient if you can just go to the store or the cafes and just order it yourself, but this makes a nice snack or an appetizer when your friends are over. Another half. Take out the fat. Right. One more. And actually, you know, there's popcorn chicken that is American style as well, and that I think is good too, but there's something lighter about the Taiwanese style that's easier to eat in my opinion. Okay, all right. So now that all our chicken is cut, what we want to do now is marinate the chicken. Let me just wash my hands. Oh, I'm going to touch it again anyways, but. Okay. Okay. Chicken's done. Stop it? Okay. Okay, so now that our chicken is cut, what we'll do now is we'll marinate it. We have our bowl. Let's do the marinade first. Okay. Add the chicken. Good. Saplay. Okay. 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 So into this bowl, we will add, well, I doubled the recipe, so should I give the recipe the original recipe? Yeah, the original. Okay. It's going to be 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of mirin or rice wine. And do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Just mix that all together. Empty gloves. Okay. Okay. This way your chicken is very flavorful, marinated. And that's it. You want to cover this and just let it sit at room temperature for at least half an hour so then it gets marinated and okay. So now that the marinade and the chicken has been sitting for about half an hour, what we'll do is we'll uncover it and then you'll dust it in cornstarch. Oh, sorry. We'll dust it in the cornstarch and start frying. We'll turn our our pan. We'll turn our oven, turn the stove on and add cooking oil to there. And then we'll deep fry it. So basically, it's about half a cup, 3/4 cups of cornstarch. You can also add, or you can use sweet potato flour as well. That will work. There are varying ideas of what type of flour you can use, but I've done both and they both work well. But this is cornstarch. You can probably add tapioca starch or the sweet potato, and that will work fine as well. So. Let me just make sure. Okay. Okay. So next, what we'll do is just dip this in the cornstarch and make sure that it's well coated. Shake off the excess, and then we'll fry it once the heat. Let them roll around in the cornstarch. Flour mixture, just dust off the excess. And on the stove I have a pan, or on the stove I have a saucepan filled with oil, vegetable oil, and I'm waiting for it to heat up. Then we'll go to the stove in just a second. Okay. I'll do another, and then it should be good. Yeah. So then you can set up over here. Now that I've heated the oil, it is ready for frying. And then what we'll do is just start dropping these in. have the basil too. You can. It's starting to look like popcorn chicken. I mean, honestly, I don't think I've eaten anything that was fried that wasn't good. So by virtue of that tenet, you're gonna do fine. Okay. So we want to get it a little bit more golden brown than that. Yeah. Oh, cái này hả? The brown? Okay. Okay. Almost there. Smell it. It smells wonderful. Okay. All right. This looks about right to me. Oop. Okay, yeah, that looks about right. So we'll take it out. Yum. Okay. Let's add more. Just taste this one. Popcorn chicken. Awesome. And that's before we add the five spice and stuff too.
Isn't everything come out like fresh? It's hot. It's good.
Yeah, hot, fresh now. Okay. you see this at all, or?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. This you just dust it with 5 spice powder. Not too much is overwhelming because I like things spicy. Okay. Let me try.
Mẹ bỏ vô rồi hả hay chưa?
All right. You cay mấy không?
Chưa cân mấy.
Yeah, that's okay. We pretend.
But where is it from?
This way?
Okay.
Okay.
Nếu mà nó cay thì
Yeah. Fry this and then one more batch and then I'll plate it. Very up. Spicy. Tại cái này nó chưa thấm mấy á. Đấy. yum. Okay. Okay, let me just sprinkle a little bit more of our magic topping, which is a little bit of Thai spice. And pepper. All right. And of course we need our sticks. Too long. Okay. Okay. Put this away. You good? Check it out. I also have these sticks and now I'm legitimately a boba shop with popcorn chicken. So actually it's only gonna be me eating, so I'll just do one stick. I can't wait to try. It's perfect. It's popcorn chicken at home. Super fresh, so easy. You saw how I made that. That was so fast, and this would probably cost you like $10, but it only costs you like $2 to make it home. And you control the ingredients, which I love. So, all right, bon appetit. 20 pounds, here I come. Good stuff. Okay. Because then I'm going to make soda too, huh? So, you put it in, then I'll make it? Or should I say anything? Or?
You're gonna sign, okay, you're just gonna sign up with the soda, right?
Yeah, so.
Okay. Để cái đó để vào một bên.
Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do next is, right? No, but I don't have the stuff set up. Oh, just
Set
Japan.
up cái kia trước đi.
Set up
cái
you
kia
can.
trước đi.
Actually, Japan or.
Anh chụp hình cái này.
Okay, and I'll set
cái
up.
kia.
Okay. Okay, so so now that we have popcorn chicken out of the way and done, I guess if you're gonna be a boba shop, you should have some type of drink to go with it. But since I'm not gonna show you how to do boba, I will show you this really simple drink that I really love, and it's a fusion of flavors. It's a ginger blackberry coconut soda. So it's a drink that I think looks really nice because the blackberries, what you end up doing is juicing the blackberries, and you add that to some coconut soda, and then a ginger simple syrup, and the flavors are kind of really interesting together, but it's really delicious and refreshing. So I'll show you how to do that. What we'll do first is cut up some ginger and make a simple syrup. Basically, any type of simple syrup. Basically, any type of simple syrup is just equal parts water and sugar, and then I like to add ginger to it just so it has that infusion and that lovely flavor that ginger imparts. So we'll do that. And then we'll juice the blackberries, and then I'll show you how to put it together. It's so fast, but it makes a really lovely drink that you can serve to your guests. More sophisticated, I think, than the popcorn chicken, but very refreshing. Okay, so you peel the ginger. You can do another little piece just for fun. Okay. Okay. Another way, this is kind of healthy because it's a natural fruit juice minus the coconut soda, but you know, you gotta live a little and incorporate both. And actually Coco Rico, the coconut soda, you could substitute if you want for either like a lemon soda or seltzer. No, you could substitute it for either like a lemon soda or ginger ale, that's fine too. I think this is kind of a loose recipe that you don't have to be too particular with. And basically just cut them into pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to make the simple syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water, like I said. Put it on the stove and get that going, let it simmer down. And then we will juice the blackberries, and I'll show you how to put it all together. Do you need to come over here, or? Is it water? So 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water.
Em có thể nói chuyện bình thường cũng được.
Okay, so on this one. Okay. And just 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. Let that dissolve and simmer down. I'll add the ginger. And as you can tell, I did not cut the ginger very finely because it's we're gonna discard it. But we'll just let that reduce down. And while we're doing that, I would juice the blackberries. Okay. So, so while we are getting our simple syrup together, our ginger so while we are waiting for our ginger simple syrup to come together, I'll juice the blackberries, and then we can put it together. Now you can also blend the blackberries. Okay. Now you can also blend the blackberries, but it becomes a little bit muddled, and then the seeds will still be there. That's why I prefer to juice it, but you can also do the blender method if you don't have the juicer, and just sieve it through and just get the seeds out. So I have here almost 2 pints of blackberries. I know you're ready. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Oh, nothing's coming up. Somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll pour the blackberry juice concentrate. Okay. why? Okay. While a simple syrup is simmering down, we'll add the soda. I have a ginger ale here if you want to mix it, but let's just stick with Cocoa Rico. Save this for later. Okay. And then, you good? Okay. And give this a whisk. Cool, huh? It's a beautiful color. So far you have coconut and blackberry soda. And once you have the ginger simple syrup, you have a ginger blackberry coconut soda. And that is a really yummy drink. And I'll show you how to serve it. Okay. And after about 7-10 minutes, our simple syrup is ready. Take it off the heat. Infuse with ginger. Oh, so fragrant. Okay, I will let that cool. We'll add it to our soda. Okay. 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 Now that our simple syrup is all ready, what we'll do is we'll add it. Ready? Okay. It's a little full. That is okay. Okay. Let me taste this. Yum. Very refreshing. All right, I'll show you how to serve this. Okay. We have our ice. And then what you want to do is take these little skewers and skewer our blackberries. Okay. So, ta-da! Double fisting, but this is obviously virgin drinks. And let me give you a taste. How tropical, and look at the beautiful color. It's delicious. Very refreshing. Taste the ginger, the blackberry, and the coconut soda too. It has a nice little refreshing taste to it. Very nice. All right. That was pretty easy. 2 boba cafe shop items within not too long of a time frame. So you can definitely get a Phantastic Feast boba cafe going maybe in the future. But coming up after the break, I'll show you how to make an acai bowl, which is another riff on an item that you can get at the store, but that you can make at home for much better and much cheaper. It is kind of okay. Well, now that we have our granola that is almost done, I'll take it out of the oven and then finish it up, and then we will make the acai bowl and then put it all together, and you'll see how really simple this really is. Earlier, did I say hi, welcome? I did, right? Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
chicken.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Oops. Okay. You good? Oh, that's in the way. Okay. Okay. Oh, you okay? All right. So, our granola is all done. We have 2 sheets. I will use 1 sheet and add the cranberries and the raisins to that and save that as my kind of like a trail mix granola. And the other one I'll leave plain because some people don't like it. So I will add this. I have here some craisins and raisins because I like it. And then I add that together. Okay, let me try this out. That was delicious. So crispy, and it's not fettered by so much sugar. It's just right. Oh, that's really good. Okay. All right. Let me put this aside, and then this here. It's perfectly crispy. I love it. Okay. I'll set this aside. And this I'll put in a little bowl so that we can use as a topping. Sorry. So every good acai bowl will have some delicious granola on top, but ours is one step further because it's homemade granola, so you're extra special. Okay, so here's the recipe. I'm gonna get our little blender. And here's the thing with acai bowls as well, is that you can customize it the way that you love it. So I use mainly just acai juice. You can get the smoothie packs that are pre-made and ready to go. You can add almond milk, soy milk, pineapple juice, whatever you like. So it's up to you. I will add 1 cup. Of acai juice, and I could add other stuff if I want. Sorry. And about, I have here some frozen fruits, mango, pineapple, and a bunch of berries, blueberries, strawberries. And if you actually really wanted to make this healthier, you can always add greens like kale, whatever your heart desires. Mix it up. I think you need to come over here or...
Go ahead and do the slap.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Wait 1 second. Okay.
I'm going to add some ice to this to make it a little bit thicker.
Might as well follow you. Something stuck. Cái này nó đóng lại chắc chưa? Em mở ra, just open it and then close it again.
You're not filming now, right?
No.
And yeah.
All right, see ya.
Sorry if I ruined the shot.
It's okay.
As I didn't want to open the door because
I heard you.
You heard that?
Yeah. See ya. You don't have to film this.
Em bên kia. Ờ.
I'm pretending that this one wasn't messed up.
Okay. Alright, I'll go back. We good?
Yeah. Okay, ready. Just need some blueberries real fast. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. So now that our acai smoothie is blended, I'm gonna pour it in. You can make it thicker if you want to. It should be thicker. Is that okay? Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna pour that in, and now you build it. I'm just gonna cut strawberries. Okay. Cut banana. Nope. We lost our strawberries. Blackberries and blueberries. And then you want to add your granola. Coconut. So their strawberries got lost in the fold. Okay. And that's your acai bowl, but just one more touch is the honey on top. Drizzle the honey. Add a little bit more. Okay, that's it. Not too shabby at all, eh? Maybe you might have to take a picture of it before I eat it. Okay, now for the big health. And now for our big reveal. It's always a big reveal. Okay, our homemade. Spillage. Yum. That's good stuff. A little messy, but that's like paradise in a bowl. Hơi bị hương chút. Still good. Okay. Well, let me just sign out. And that will do it for us here on Phantastic Feast. Thank you so much for joining us here on this little cafe boba jaunt. Okay. And that will do it for us here on Phantastic Feast. Thank you so much for joining us for popcorn chicken, a little bit of a nice blackberry soda, and also an acai bowl. Hopefully you'll join us again next time. And if you have any questions, comments, or if you have any suggestions on what we should make next, and that will do it for us here on Phantastic Feast. Thank you so much for joining us for a little cafe, Phantastic Feast cafe boba jaunt with popcorn chicken, acai bowls, and also some blackberry ginger. Okay, almost there. And that will do it for us here on Phantastic Feast. Thank you so much for joining us for our little Phantastic Feast cafe jaunt with the popcorn chicken, acai bowl, and also blackberry ginger soda. Hopefully you'll join us again next time. If you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to email me at fantasticfeast@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll see you then. Thank you for joining us. Okay. This was not that great. Because nó hơi bị hương chút.
Nó bị gì? Hơi ngọt hả?
No, a little water.